Hey, Ronnie Jr.
Real life things that happen. So I think that would be good. Um, I could
Yeah.
go on with you forever and ever, and I like that idea. But I do have a questionnaire here. We're gonna do. It's gonna be
Okay.
called, and then we'll be done. Because we keep talking. Our reception is bad, but we keep talking. So this is called real world superlatives. So you just have to say from the first 1 to 10 seasons, unless
Oh,
there's somebody past Vegas. I don't know. What was it? New York, San Diego. You could choose whoever you want, but basically the originals. Who was the life of the party? If you could think of first person on the top of your mind for real world.
Heather B.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a great
Heather
one.
B. New York, one of the best reality stars that's ever been cast. Period.
I must say, when we talk about authentic stories, Heather B's homecoming and her getting to talk about her father,
Yeah.
that episode was good television. It was
More
such
of
good.
that. More of that, and less of Becky and Kevin fighting about racism would have been nice, right?
Yeah, but I remember feeling like I you just flash back. You really do. You flash back to young Heather. You forget because I've been, I see her on the radio show and all that stuff. But you're just like the way it was told. That's good storytelling. So yes,
Yep.
more of that. Absolutely.
Heather
All
B.
right. So we best storyteller from Real World. So this is our Real World superlatives with John Brennan from Real World Los Angeles and The Homecoming, and a country music superstar.
Well, one day. Oh man, I hate to say best storyteller would be Heather B also. So let me think of a second one, but she can tell a good story. I'm a big
Okay.
Heather B fan. I just
Yeah.
love her.
Yeah.
Let me think. Let me think. You know who I love, who I really, really love that never gets mentioned. The whole season doesn't get mentioned much, but Sharon from London.
Oh
Uh,
yes.
she
Yes.
is one of the most
Yeah.
awesome people, and I love to hear her talk. So I'm going to say best storyteller, Sharon from London.
When the pandemic happened and Paramount Plus was a new thing and they had the first 4 seasons and then sadly they didn't have like 5 through 12 or whatever. Um, I remember going and doing a rewatch of London and just being like, wait, was this supposed to be like a uneventful season? Because I totally don't think it was uneventful. It had a great group of people.
No,
Yeah.
it was a great show. It just didn't get very good ratings. But Lars, I love Lars on the London show,
Yeah.
and Sharon, really great people on that show.
What's that? Cat, Jacinda. It's a just a well.
Jacinda,
Yeah.
Jay, and Mike. Yeah, it was a great cast. I mean,
I definitely agree.
yeah.
Okay, so biggest flirt.
Trishelle, Trishelle Vegas,
Trishelle Vegas. Okay. Best dressed.
Dominic, my season, Dominic.
The fans probably miss Dominic the most. Not taking anything away from Aaron, but not having Dominic on your season was on the homecoming was a challenge for the fan base. You know that, right?
Well, I do know that, and it almost cost us. They almost skipped us, to be honest with you, because Dominic wouldn't participate. But here, this is really selfish, but I get to talk to Dominic whenever I want to. Like
Mhm.
I've been in touch with him a lot lately, and we actually had dinner with him before we all left Los Angeles, and
Mhm.
and Aaron too. They all came, and he's like,
Oh, great.
"Hey, we just don't want any cameras. Like we don't want part of the show." And then when we told them what our homecoming was like, they looked at each other and went, "See, we made a good decision."
Oh,
Uh,
wow. So
yeah,
they were all
they
at the same dinner. How many people are at that dinner?
like everybody except for David and Beth was sick.
Okay.
So and Tammy was not there, but everybody else was there. And we even took a picture, but they're like, "Hey, we're not on social media. Please don't post this picture."
Oh, that's
And
good.
and so long story short is I still got Dominic in my life. Like he
Yeah.
still makes me laugh. I know the fans don't and the viewers want to see him. And I'll just tell the viewers, he's the exact same funny, awesome guy that he was back in the day. So
He
I mean,
was
yeah,
so he had
he,
so
he
many
is so
opinions.
fun. It's
Eh,
so opinions, yes, but never has anyone been on the real world without being opinionated.
I'm
But
just
very
yeah.
funny, just a funny guy. I mean, unforgettable person. Like I'm really thankful for him as a friend because for all the reasons I mean, he's
Yeah.
Dominic. He's just so yeah. I mean, I know they miss him, but I still get to talk to him, so I don't miss
Very
him.
good. Yeah. Yeah, that was the one big punch for that show. Aaron would have been great too, but people like you say, they get to a certain age, don't want to revisit it, and you can't make people. Most likely to write the next hit song.
That's going to be a tie between John Brennan and Tokyo Parker.
Yeah, that was so good for Tokyo to have this new look on that experience that was probably, sort of where they were laughing at him the first season. Not they, the cast. But
every single
people.
cast member of the New Orleans show, except for Jamie and Kelly, called me before they went to their homecoming. What's it like? Is this a good thing? Should I do it? What happens here? How's this work? And I mean, I talked to all of them at length, and I had talked to I still in my head call him David, but Tokyo and yeah, I mean, I'm pulling for all those guys. Like, there's this small club of people that know what it's like, and I love those New Orleans people, all of them.
The thing that got me about David, Tokyo, is the people that are coming up now don't realize how doing a show, and if it doesn't go the way that maybe you need it to go, you can lose opportunity within the creative fields. You can, that opportunity for a record deal can sort of be taken away because of the embarrassment, even if it's not your doing, but it was edited that way. Nowadays, people don't really get that. They'll go on a reality show, they'll show it all. And then they know that they could take to TikTok and still be a TikTok star and, brand endorsement deals. And
and I mean, to be honest, people would rather be a reality star than a singer or actor anymore. I mean,
that's true.
For some people, now that it's grown so much and it's become entertainment, it's not going anywhere. The goal is reality. It used to be reality stars were using it as a springboard to something else. Now the goal is to be a reality star.
Yeah. I always thought more reality shows now, even if you're going to be less authentic and less documentary style, they should still be following artists. They should still be following actors. They should still be following the gal who was married and now she's 32 and she's single again. And she's like, oh gosh, I'm going to refollow my music dreams. Like, I just don't understand how they're just casting TikTok people who are gorgeous or something like that. Nonetheless.
Well, I mean, let's face it. We know the reason that I've not been cast on the challenge.
What's that?
And everything on there is I don't look like I don't look like MJ. I just look like John, and it's not eye candy. This is all you get, okay? I mean, everything is so shallow in the world today, where if you're not this beautiful sculpted body and face, then you don't get chosen. And I guess that's who I was in the 90s. I must have been this gorgeous young man or something. But
no,
you
look like regular people. You look like a regular human, so it does suck. Moving along. Oh, did you answer the question? Most likely to write it. Was that Jon Brennan and who?
Tokyo. We're going to collaborate.
Okay, good.
And,
I like that.
Yeah, we're going to collaborate on Come On Be My Baby Tonight, because I ain't done singing yet.
Okay, most likely to win the lottery and then lose the ticket.
Oh, no doubt. David Edwards.
David Edwards, yes.
My roommate. Oh, he would definitely lose the ticket.
Okay, so he'd be lucky and then unlucky so soon. Most likely to travel the world.
I'm going to say Rachel, San Francisco Rachel. She's been well traveled. I've been to Hong Kong and Africa and New Zealand and Australia and Papua New Guinea myself. So I'm pretty well traveled. That boy that never left Kentucky's been well traveled now.
Watch out now. The next one is the best one-liners or sound bites.
Dominic, or Melissa from New Orleans.
Yeah, Melissa had a really good New Orleans.
She's witty.
Second season, and it felt like she was holding like her boundaries, because not to go that harsh or just, I don't know what you would describe it as, but to really like hold to her own set of boundaries, and but still to manage to be so funny. You're right. Yeah, that's how you make good reality TV. I don't know why it needs to be like an argument 100 times out of the day, but it is what it is. That's a good one. She does have some good one-liners. Biggest drama king or queen?
Oh, let me think. That's going to be not very tough at all. Beth. That's my roommate, Beth, from season 2, Los Angeles drama queen. And, it's funny how it carries on to Beth on the Real World, and the Real World Homecoming is different than Beth on the Challenge. Have you noticed that? Beth on the Challenge is just, putting the screws to everybody and full of turmoil, I call it.
Yeah, she made a rumor this season that I was like, "Ooh, you can't make that rumor, Beth."
Now,
You
now
can't.
what? Now, was it a rumor? I mean,
I don't
here,
know.
yeah. Let's don't call it a rumor, especially when production's whispering in your ear and saying, "Hey, this is happening. We need you to bring it up." And that's how reality TV has changed. Now
Yeah.
you have a producer in your ear off camera saying, "What I need you to do is walk over to that group of people and say this about that other castmate." And it's
Yeah.
like, you really want me to say that? Yes. There's this pressure to say, rumors, true rumors, true story, true story rumors. And
Do you know there's a podcast, the Dave Holmes podcast, that uses that name, True Story, the way
I've
you
run
say it?
across it. I even tweet the
It's
way,
fantastic.
the way I say it.
The
Yeah,
true
well,
and
he
then the
won't, he won't,
story. Yeah, yeah. They
yeah,
refer
but
to you all the time.
yeah, they won't return my tweet and they won't have me on. So, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah. I listened
I mean,
to the full for quite a bit. I listened to a lot of it. I don't know if they're currently doing it anymore. It might be an older series, but they
I've run
literally named
across it.
it after you or
Yeah,
after your verbiage of true story and
well,
Bill.
Beth, I'm pretty easy to find. Here's a backstory to the Beth. It's BEF. Okay, so I was always mocking my roommate David because we would be on the first floor and Beth would be primping on the third floor and we'd be ready to go somewhere. And instead of going, "Hey Beth," he would go, "Beth, Beth, come down here, we're ready to go." And so when we kicked him out of the house, we're waiting for Beth again. David wasn't there anymore. So I
Mm,
had to fill in and I went, "Beth." And everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, that sounds just like David." And so for the
yeah.
rest of the season, I was saying Beth. But now on the true story, we were doing an interview and they said, "Okay, so we want you to, in your most nasally, twangy country music voice, we want you to sing the intro. This is the true story of seven strangers picked to live in lost." And I got
Oh,
to, "This is the true story." And they just fell out laughing. And I'm like, "All right, I'll do better." And they're like, "No, that's all we need. We got what we wanted." And they just took that
that little portion at the beginning. Yeah.
and so that's how those two things unfolded. Those are my two hashtags. So
Yeah, you're known for these things. You had fun on the show, is what it sounds like. We got a nice little comment here from BL. I love John. I love his heart, strength, kindness, faith, and he's he's somebody's dream man. Okay, well, see the comments.
eat your heart out, Eric Neese, Mark Long, Brad, all you people, eat your heart out.